Go to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, we got four. We got four down. Check it. Fresno.
Now a handoff to Ingram. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
3 down. Deuce. Right slow. Drive on. Go.
And with the play clock getting closer to 0, John Harbaugh is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Overload. Mike. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Here's Jackson to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check three.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Ingram. And an alley to run. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 36 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it, and the best part, they've made it pay off.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He was brought down by Earl Thomas. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Check your hot read.
Hey, bye-bye.
On second down, Freeman uses the spin, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
64,
Ito Smith, his first carry. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. On 3rd down, Smith. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
3 down.
51. Hey, Alpha. Space.
Hold.
Let him go.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Joker. Check 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming, baby. Woo!
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 36 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Falcons nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, you got 3 down, 3 down.
To throw is Ryan. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, 1st down Falcons. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
What's the run? They're running it.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 47 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this 1st half of action.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Hey,
On 2nd and 9, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. 552. 52. Neil. Check 52.
To throw is Jackson. Throwing on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
20.
After the interception, here's Ryan. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down, even though he caught the ball.
You know, Charles, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, me too.
For you. I wanted to see you reach out and catch that.
Yeah, you've heard about my hands, huh?
Looking downfield for Joe. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Mike 52. 52. Go. 5-2 is the Mike. Mike's behind it.
Jackson. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Not today, you are. Not today. 52 is the Mike right here, over there, right? 52 is the Mike.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he fires one that's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
You got 3.
Go. Hey, orbit. Hey, South.
They're going to try and throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. He's got a man. Complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Ryan gets it to his tight end, Hooper. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Ryan. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
Hustle. Squeeze. Check 24. Watch 24.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Watch the ship. Check. Go.
Now Jackson to throw on third down. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This is Ingram on first and 10. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. This is Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Ingram again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Three buzz. Check 26, check 26. Kill.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
No.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. They'll run on 1st down. Ingram. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's
Make
get
it
up.
up. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Jackson. To the right side and complete to Hurst. Look at the big man rumble. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 78 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Falcons take over at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 35 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Check protein spill. Hey, red players.
To throw again is Ryan. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
52's the mark, boys. 52. Let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball right here. Wide. Get wide.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown, 45 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker now to add the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, man.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. One last shot for Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy.
Let's go, boy. Bring it in.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, Just for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist,
I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked, long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my 50. Ex-slick, then he with the back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how
never switch.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag of
up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go! Tires burn the pavement, people. To the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all beat the flow.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go, let's go!
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Hey, 0, 0, 0. Go, go. One left.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. They run for it with Carson. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Here's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got it, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go! Let's go!
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Ingram. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 49 yards on the ground. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go!
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check safety, check safety! Check 13! Heads here!
Here's Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Go! I got him. On me.
And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
And we go 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Fourth down, here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hey, hold on. Check. Watch 54. Coming.
Shift.
Right slow. Drive on. Ball trot.
Mike 5-4.
Zipped it. 5-4. Let it go.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Jackson will keep it. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and less than 1.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Right there.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Check me out. Switch. Go.
Back to mine. I got him.
Running right, this is Ingram. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. From the 3 now, here they come on 3rd and goal.
Hey, check 24.
They'll try and run. Ingram. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, Did you trade sixes for threes?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
It's second down.
Run pass.
Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Angels moving. Single.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Gun.
On 1st down, Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To throw again. Wilson gets it to Gordon. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. It's caught by Roberts. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Come on.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. They go screen. This is Ingram. The 20. There goes Mark Ingram. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 43 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we are even at 10 apiece. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Gonna throw again. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Now Wilson on 1st down.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. And he completes it to Wilson. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They'll try and run down here with Procise. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run it. This is Procise. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes it a 17-10 score. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Get him, get him, get him. Get him all. Yes. Check 49. Check.
And an alley to run. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Trailing here in the third, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Jam. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back now in Baltimore. All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
Undercross. Hey, work. Go.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it. So it's not that...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Kill. Turn. Kill. Turn.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
56, Mike, 56. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
On 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On 1st down, Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They run again with Carson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Penny will try to punch it in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check the backer, check the backer. That's it.
Jackson throwing again. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And at Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Slam, slam. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Mike 56, Mike 56. Switch up, switch up.
Now it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
He's checking crap. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. It's our time. It's our time, guys. Go. Say. Go. Kill.
Here's Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
16, 16.
Throwing now is Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Wilson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 23.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On 2nd down, here's Penny. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And His kick is good. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, it's glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash, honey, y'all dash. They slept on the team, now they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call us up making a name.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away, and off we go from Seattle. Gets fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the... ...26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
All day, baby, all day!
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Pro-Size. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby!
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch right! Watch right!
This is Carson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
14, got it. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
Go, 14!
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson.
Tony Jefferson on the tackle. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 22-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
10 yards on the pickup. 2nd inches at the 43-yard line.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Good guys. 4 down. 4 down.
He's coming in motion. Hey, hey,
hey.
Wilson will throw again. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Third and 2, now Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down, 3 down. Pick the edge. Go. 12.
From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
Sponge. No. Deuce. Check. Hot route. Hot. Check 3.
Good job right there.
Now a give, right side. It's Carson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Let's get this. Watch the other.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Yeah, let's get second. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check it out.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Joker, 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 Joker. Go. I got motion there. Me, I got this.
He can run for it, and he will. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
It's caught by Roberts. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin on 2nd down now. It's Ingram looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Go, 14. Hey! Touch.
Throwing is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Mark 56.
Check.
Slam. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. It's been a long day for you.
To throw is Jackson. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Don't say nothing. Tight on. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. 2 seconds. You think you're going to get this?
Now Jackson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Chris Moore as the first half is winding down as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool him for a second or so.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Jackson's ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, the credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
On third down, Jackson. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. So good coverage there defensively, as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the third.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
A couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On the set. 56. Check 56. Right here, right here.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Right there, 56.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he's stopped in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
56 is the mark. You must be switch. 56. Ball. 56. We ain't giving up. Check 26. Check 26.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
You got it.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Kill.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Chris Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Watch the pass.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
No.
They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. One man in the backfield. That's Ingram on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Jackson. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, They've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
You got three down. Watch 10.
Now Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He's going to get this out to Marshawn Lynch. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
14.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. Gets it to Gordon. And all the way down to the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Again, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, 0.
Watch safety creeping.
On 2nd down, Lynch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Mike 48. All day.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Chris Carson there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Hey. Off. Mike, check 33. 33. Hey,
Here's Jackson to throw again. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. His throw incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tony Jefferson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
SOS. Zebra.
SOS. Wide.
Check 50.
Tighten up.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
For our Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
3 down.
Alert.
3 down. Alert 3. Check 31.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Matt Judon in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now it's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And say what you want about CenturyLink Field up in Seattle, but for my money, this is the loudest and most difficult place to win in the league.
It's very hard. The fan support, off the charts. The way that they make noise and understand when to make noise, they understand the game as well as anyone. And how about what we get in our media packets when we start preparing for the game? They have it in their own stuff, right? The number of offsides penalties, false start penalties that they draw against the opposing team because of that fan support. And last but not least, they designed the stadium to keep the noise in, and it works.
But not in this one. They were able to somehow come in here and get that victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.